evening, Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us. Not just Lagos, Nigeria, generally, the world. Welcome to Updated Precious. Thank you so much for joining us. They always give me sweet belly to bring on an update of matter the way for inside the country. Sincere apologies for starting a bit behind schedule. You know, some kind stuff's been happen. Please forgive us. Welcome to the show. So another day for us to bring on a one update of things and what they happen for inside Nigeria. So a quick one. Finally, PDP don't zone their presidential tickets go south. And then they don't come appoint Wike man Damago as a substantive PDP chairman. As this one take up on now, where go be the place of Wiki? And we see a lot of people they ask me that. Now the question what did they ask? Why it be say nobody don't get mind to deal with Wiki onto these anti-party activities where it be say they play? That na question where a lot of people they ask them. What be the fate of PDP? Abi people they talk and say, in fact, some people don't carry on talk say, in fact, say PDP just deliberately won't work for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Is that correct? But that aside, other matters than they will be so good look into this evening. Make I quickly give us some more updates. Did you know that over 1,000 terrorist or insurgency groups now operate within Africa continent generally? And this one don't raise a lot of panic and fear. What in African leaders they do where about over 1,000 terrorist organizations or bandit groups or insecurity groups, I don't know how to go use put them, 90 around Africa. Why Ibi say they like this? Then we go also move to other matter than we Ibi say they very scary. As Ibi say Kwara community, they a particular community for Kwara State, Ibi say everybody don't come out. Everywhere they empty for that community. Everybody don't leave their house. OT lock then run. Why? Because of activities of armed Fulani militia men. We Ibi say they attack them for the community. In fact, they even tell them to bring 100 million naira and some as they don't carry three hostages from inside the community. So because of that, everybody don't take off. Where it be say government day. And this kind of thing, I don't make Oga Michael Zekoma don't talk. Say if you look at the things that when Nigeria they go through, they like say Nigeria, in fact, say Nigeria they exhibit all the characteristics or perhaps symptoms if you're a medical doctor of a failed state. Because if you look at the symptoms of the sickness where they worry Nigeria, they like symptoms of failed state. You know, see they get symptoms of malaria, symptoms of pregnancy. Oh yeah, you get it. So the symptoms where they worry Nigeria now symptoms of failed state. Waiting our leaders then feed do about them or waiting then go do about them. That question now waiting a lot of people know get answer to. And in the midst of all of this, politics still they go on because group don't carry come up for front. They talk say bring back our Jonathan for us. Bring back Jonathan. Say Jonathan must contest. Okay, we could leave that matter enter inside other issues. In fact, as we still talk about political tussle and begin we get to do with politics. Na few ballad on talk say na him be the original ADC chairman. David Mark and a group, then they won't corner. Say na him be the original ADC chairman. So leadership crisis, they worry ADC as they talk to you. So back to what do they call them? Insecurity report. A particular group don't vex. Don't vex where they tell the Imo State governor, say, Oga, oh yeah, we demand you make you do something about the deadly attack for inside Imo communities. It be like say this one don't they pass it, be careful because Imo State not they suffer and well as they get to do with attacks. Now there is an expose. In fact, this make I just talk and read them the way they use right the headline. How Tinubu hired influencers defend how Tinubu hired influencers to defend tax hike from 7.5% to 10%. Make false comparisons with Ghanaian prices. This, now, according to David Hunde, we're going to talk about that one when the time reaches. Tinubu's policy drastically shrank Nigeria's economy. MBS, now they talk about saying policy, now that's why you just squeeze Nigeria economy like this, squeeze and where MBS, Nigeria Bureau of Statistics, Nigeria own, Nigeria, okay. 2025, in the midst of all of this, according to World Peace Index, they say peace they far away from all of us for Nigeria because if you look at out of 168 countries where we say they measure their peace, on they 148, on a carry first from the bottom side well. So now say the same matter. I think Abubakar don't come and contact say yes, so he go run for 2027 election and say all these one people they tell and say make you no run and all that saying a lie say in one make sure say in join the party and the people then we basically go follow bring rescue Nigeria because now rescue mission now Nigeria need right now. Tinubu's executive order fails to reduce price of drugs in Nigeria. Now, so EBC, ADC don't they tell her. Meanwhile, in all of this, as it gets to do with 2027, Murik, don't they call say they want more. In fact, they want governors who will be Muslim for Southwest. They want Muslim governors for Southwest. And you go the one that say, she na religion will go the chop. Well, 2027 again, Atiku eyes on ADC tickets. PDP may be forced to back him, according to Sambo. Now you talk that one. In case you know more about insecurity, gunmen don't abduct Kano resident from inside the house. Now they come back and carry and go. As I talk to you, protests don't hit Enugu over detention of Labour Party lawmaker. Where they just elect Labour Party lawmaker they elect them. They don't babab. Attention don't hit Enugu because protests don't they happen there up and down. Well, my people, thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to bring on a matter them where they hot for inside the country. And we could begin break down this matter them one by follow. I'd go drop link sharply for inside the comment section so that in case you won't follow us to see to put mouth for waiting they happen, you will feel sharply put mouth for inside the talk them we be say we get for ground this evening. If you can hear me clearly, please let me know you can hear me. All right, you can hear me. Okay, so let's start. Where do I even start from? Do I start from the insecurity? Do I start from where should I start from? Where should I start from? Where will we start from? Before we get to security, gone with the war in Nigeria, make we get to this politics. Bruhaha, where be said they just do up and down, up and down, up and down. Then we go enter inside insecurity. This evening, say the People's Democratic Party governors have been there in a meeting. So today now, the People's Democratic Party don't finally come at this evening. The news breaks say they don't zone their ticket to the south. Now, the PDP National Publicity Secretary, Debo Olugunabo, and I talked this on while EBCB, they talk with story people them shortly after the National Executive Committee and the neck meeting will be say hold. According to the boy, he said the decision followed the presentation of a report by zoning committee chaired by Bayelsa State Governor Doyetiri. So they don't talk and say it good make it be say their ticket go inside south. Meanwhile, in the same light, they don't also they don't also talk say Ilia Damagu will be the interim chairman. I say you don't become the substantive national chairman of the party. And this one, now as the party hold her 102nd National Executive Council meeting, and then they don't announce Damagu say Damagu would not stamp you, you go there. But as I talk to you, reactions don't follow this decision where be say PDP take. Because a lot of people they look and like say, this decision where PDP take like this, it be like say they deliberately just won't carry the ticket like this, put for the hand of Tinubu. It be like saying, in fact, they work with Tinubu because this now waiting it be say Oluwa Olawepo Hashim talk just this evening for Inside Politics today with Shem Kimama. You're not going to hear what's in talk. Make you see whether it makes sense to you or not. Here.
Imagine that this is an error.
I believe so. But it could be corrected. Yeah. And I'm not saying by any means that those who took those decisions are not competent to do so. They are competent to do so. They are the elected people to be in neck, but they made an error.
But I mean, so before they came to this decision, look at the processes. There are different caucuses that have met. The governors caucus, the board of trustees, all of them, the National Assembly. Before, in fact, there were caucus meetings.
No, I said as much
today.
as you are enumerating now.
Yeah.
I said it went through all the processes.
Yeah.
I didn't say
So I'm imagining how they could have made this kind of error you are describing.
Well, it's possible. It's not a perfect organization. Any organization run by human beings can make error.
But could it be that the party...
That's my own
could it be that the party
perspective, and I may be wrong. That's my opinion.
Could it be that the party have learned from what happened in 2023? You remember what happened. A group of governors who call themselves the G5 came together and said the party was unfair.
Let me
said that the zoning arrangement, I mean, the party should be fair. After 8 years of Buhari, the party should consider a southern candidate.
The history of the PDP did not start in 2023. Okay, the first disaster was in 2014 when Jonathan said he will be the only sole candidate. Nobody should come from other zone. And then the other people from the other zone walked out of the party and the PDP lost power. Even as a citizen.
If you were in Jonathan's shoes, wouldn't you have done the same?
Before Jonathan, we had President Obasanjo, who was a sitting president, and went to the Eagle Square to contest against...
In 2023.
President Obasanjo in 2003 to contest alongside with Chief Gamade, and then contest again. You had Dr. Alex Ekweme came again. You have Alhaji Rimi again, who was there in 1999. He didn't feel, as a matter of fact, when we were going to the National Convention in 2003, it was still a rumor that Atiku was going to contest against President Obasanjo, up till the morning of the convention. Some governors were supporting Atiku from all over the country.
They were saying, this was the convention in Jos, isn't it?
No, this is in Abuja.
It was in Abuja, yeah, Eagle Square. You're right, very much.
It was in Abuja. This was the convention where Chief Tommy Kimi was there. Obasanjo. So you remember that.
I've been around for a while.
So you cannot start the history of the PDP on our politics from when some G5 people think they hold the haze, you know. And let me tell you, this is my own position. The zone, the presidency to the south, is a default campaign for return of President Asiwaju. Because those who are mounting this campaign of zoning to the south are the same people who are saying we are in PDP, but we will work for President Asiwaju. Look at all of them, almost all of them. The same people saying, oh, we are in PDP, but we are committed to President Asiwaju's re-election, and are saying zone. So it's a default campaign for the PDP not to have a viable candidate by those people.
So this is a subtle campaign for an easy ride of Bola Tinubu's re-election.
Absolutely.
This is what you
for
think?
Those who are saying it must be automatically zoned to the south.
It's a neck that is
and who are also championing President Asiwaju's re-election are running a default campaign.
All right, so if you look at within Oga talk here, it is a whole lot of sense in what he said, because he did like say that the reality. Look at all the people the way he say the campaign, say, you know, the force, say the power, the PDP must zone its tickets to the south. Most of them, now people will be say they talk, say they go fight for President Bola Tinubu, Wike, Otom, Ingang, all of them, including Sheyi Makinde, and all of them they talk say tickets must be zoned, so the south then follow. And now all these people to join together don't talk say then go support President Bola Tinubu for 2027. So could it just be that it's a way to gradually collapse the PDP structure for President Bola Tinubu come 2027, based on what Oga don't talk so far? What's you on a really think? What's you on a think? It is in a way to zone this thing go to, you know, to just give President Bola Tinubu support, a subtle win for that now waiting a lot of people to take. I don't want to, you know, break my head over PDP's issue and all that, because the same PDP right now too, now would they also hear say right now they prefer the candidacy of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. In fact, as they talk to you, groups they don't they call Goodluck Jonathan say, come back, oh, come around, we need you. And most of them now northern from the northern extraction. Then they ask Goodluck Ebele Jonathan to come back. In fact, if they want conference they hold safe when he said Aminu Kano Center for Democracy. I think yesterday, earlier today, what did they beg? They call former President Goodluck Jonathan, make it come back. Come lead us. You know, let me quickly take an excerpt of this interview with on Trust Television with Bugaje, where he was also saying the same thing. In fact, he said that as a matter of fact, say if APC governors, president, then don't they say Goodluck Ebele Jonathan better pass all the APC presidents then put together. Now I want to know, then why did you guys force him to be voted out at that time? Let me hear that in when you talk again. No vex.
Well, in the political arena, things have remained fluid. Of late, a latest addition has been added to the debate around the quest for presidency in 2027. Goodluck Jonathan. I'm sure someone you are familiar with in terms of his leadership style, right? Is he a need in terms of political options, or do you think his involvement or his name being mentioned in the conversation is a distraction?
It's not a distraction. After all, he is a citizen. He has every right to participate in any election, right? So he has the right to do that. We criticize him for so many things that he did, but by the time you look at what he did, you look at late Buhari's regime, you look at what we are going through now, you would even prefer to have somebody like Jonathan, because at least he's a gentleman. And perhaps if he should come around, I'm not saying he should contest, this is his business to decide, and the business of whichever party wants to give him a platform. But I mean to say, for me, given the crisis we are in, Jonathan should be welcome. Because looking back, we can see that he's a much better person than the kind of people we're having now.
Haven't the times changed to a certain degree where you're looking for the best pair of hands? And if that is the case, are you saying he is an option as a safe pair of hands?
For me, it's an option, but I would prefer a situation where we do two things if we really want to fix this country. Because my worry is that this country is in far more crisis than the politicians realize. Because you look at all the parameters, the indices of development. I mean, the GDP ratio, you know, we are worse than 1960. We're going down. You look at the maternal and infant mortality rates, you look at the debt profile, the way it's going, you look at population. In just the next 5 years, by UNDP projection, we're going to be 300 million. Another 20 years, that's 2050, we are going to be 420 or 30 million and will be the third largest country in the world after India and China.
All right. So how is it that truly that the politicians are blind to all of these things? That's why I'm coming. You know, I just lay them down because when they come straight to waiting Michael Zekomo talk, say every characteristics and symptoms of a failed state now within Nigeria they exhibit right now. But how come it is difficult for politicians to see them or politicians with in power? Because most times when they know they're in power, they do opposition, they see them. But once they enter power, they need to see them again. What thing they happen? It get the particular binoculars or glass that they need to wear for them to see the true situation of the country. That's a question where we say a lot of people they ask. Well, as I don't enter, maybe we'll just quickly finish with politics, then we'll go to insecurity, where there's a heavy talk. We'll get to talk about for insecurity. Oh, by the way, talking about party leadership too. The embattled Deputy National Chairman of the African Democratic Congress and a few Bala Don Val say Ingo challenge the current leadership of David Mark to any length to show saying that him be the better. Say that there's can't snatch ADC commot for their hand. Say Ingo challenge them to any level. So that is to say that ADC get their own way they cook for them. So now this article about back now we don't talk say Ingo come out come run for 2027 and in they interested in running to rescue Nigeria. He never see register for ADC though, but then under which party now we go run? Because if you listen to waiting Oga Catch tell us the last time, he talks say Atiku tried to deny his resignation from the PDP. When he noticed say PDP don't they get talks with Peter Obi. So right now, is he going to get back? Well, he said his aides keep saying that he's going to run under ADC and say ADC go throw their ballots open and all that. But with the way it be say PDP is on their ticket right now to the south, of course, that of the APC now to the south. Do you think that ADC would also zone it to the south eventually, or perhaps leave it open like they want to leave it? If they eventually leave the ticket open, what think it go mean for them? That's not the question we be a lot of people they ask. What's it going to mean for them? Would it help them in any way? But let's quickly attend to other issues that's got to do with politics very quickly. I don't tell you, say, Atiku Abubakar talk, say they're interested in running for the 2027 elections and say, one day, won't make anything distract them. The fact that people they abuse them, say making no run, making step down for anybody. Say that one, 1 year at all, say, go make sure, say, he run. So when that time reach, we'll go talk about them. In the midst of all this running and running, well, some people too don't also allege, say, if Atiku run under ADC, say PDP eventually support him. How possible is that? It is something that we're not sure of at all. See, since we're still in politics, I told you guys earlier that some residents of Enugu today, Monday, stormed the International Conference Center, many of the Nigerian Bar Association NBA conference, to protest the continued incarceration of a lawmaker-elect, Barrister Bright Ngene. Now, the Labour Party lawmaker-elect is the winner of Enugu South Urban 1 House of Assembly seat. and Enugu South Magistrate Court presided over by, I think, E.D. on July 28, 2024, sentenced in getting to 7 years imprisonment over alleged community development fund scandal. So they talk, say, may they release them more, may they release them more. Say that one are just politics, so now they use carry and go keep there. I just make a tell on that one sharply, they make enter inside other matter them very, very quickly. Yeah. So now, say President Bola Tinubu we don't make some executive orders right now. ABC don't use them the hunt them, the hunt them. So they say President Bola Tinubu's executive order initiated on June 30 say it don't fail to reduce the prices of drugs and pharmaceutical products for inside Nigeria. And a lot of people would wonder say why it be say um, the president's orders no fit help in at least ensuring say it tackle the high cost of pharmaceutical products. That not a lot of story. In fact, there was an interview earlier today. I think it was on Channels Television where it be say one. I think the president of one association like that we get to do with importers was in that interview, and he had quite a lot to say. But before I get to that interview, let me just quickly conclude this conversation right here. Okay, so yeah, so where am I now? Sorry, give me a minute, a second. Okay, please. All right. Okay. So that's it. So the intervention will be say the president don't make so the talk say the team don't fail to address in any way possible the costs of prices of things. But earlier today, I think it was on Channels Television, there was an interview with who's that now? Yes. So there was an interview with the National President Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents on customs 20-fold licensing fee increase. Now, a lot of people they talk say there are different reasons we make it be say we make prices of things never come down for inside the country. Because in one hand, or on one hand, it like say the president they give orders, on the other hand, it be like say it come out the order through the back door. So especially that the new 4% is for inside duties where be say the president challenge in way it be say dish out when they start to execute recently. A lot of people they talk say, oh, government people they say no, you don't go get any impact on the prices of things. But then people say no, you go get because then talk say then come out that one, come out another 7% and all the way they be they pay, or they add that one, come out another 7%. But people are saying that in reality the 7% and other percentages they've been paying are still there, added with the 4%. So ordinarily the prices of things go up. Now here this argument will be say this Oga
television first.
The presenters.
Let's discuss with him as a gentleman he is. I believe by now he must have reviewed the whole thing because right there in the meeting when the proposal was made, he made us to understand that he was seeing it for the first time. And he asked us to go and look at it and come up with our position. When that is done, if we are unable to reach a common ground, we will come back.
There you go. You have 30 seconds, please. We're totally out of time, but I want you to speak to the effect of this on prices, on the economy at large. If you can do that in 30 seconds, so we have a clearer picture. I will do that very quickly. The Honorable made a very wrong assertion that even the 4% will not affect prices. That is not correct. Right now, routine drugs all over the country is so high. People are dying because they can't even afford their medicaments. What the 4% means is that every cargo coming into this country, be it donation, whatever it is, so long as there is a value put to it, must pay 4%. Before now, the economy, of course, let me just go, we operate a 5-band tariff regime. 0 duty for essential, 5% for raw materials, 10% for semi-finished products, 20% for finished products, and 35% for luxury goods. What it means now is all the essentials are duty-free, and they will pay this 4%, so it's no more free. Medicaments, some of them are duty-free. It means they must pay this 4% because it's worked out from the FOB. So if you permit me, this is not an issue of 15 minutes discussion. We need to tell Nigerians that a whole lot needs to be done in this sector. Everything should not be about revenue. We should think about the common man on the street.
Yes, maybe people like us or some Nigerians, pardon me, they can afford to pay this. How can the honorable now suggest that people, one man will have a license, other people will come to him, get a job and come to him? People can't even, I know the number of people assist every year as the national president to renew their license. And then he made a statement, why get a license when you don't have a job? Do you need to go and get a job before you go to school? It's with your certificate that you will apply to be employed. People who have licenses, then they use it to apply for jobs. That they are not.
All right, so I wanted to just bring this conversation to the fore. That was Mr. I think Emenike Mokeuchi. He's the National President Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents and he was speaking on the customs 20-fold licensing fee increase that was just recently, of course, ordered or implemented through the order of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, if you could recall that in June, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, through the Minister of Health, I think Muhammad Ali Pateh, right, announced executive order to reduce the prices of drugs. Now, the executive order was expected to encourage local drug production through imports, excise duties, and value added tax waivers for raw materials, just raw materials, so that raw materials, machinery for drugs, and pharmaceutical products. But unfortunately, that one did like say no work. Now, Ali Pati also condemned the executive order in a statement he had personally written on his account. In fact, that's the way he said the order introduces. Okay, sorry, he had announced the executive order by himself. In his through his Twitter account at that time. But many are wondering why is it that the president gave this order and yet the prices of drugs didn't come down? Because if you buy medication recently, you go realize say the prices they go up, it never come down. And if you ask the pharmacist them or people they would important, they go tell you say things never change. Now you make the prices never come down. So what are we really experiencing? Eh? So this now brings me or takes me to the tweet that David Hundeyin tweeted today, where he was talking about. I think he tweeted something. I think it was a report by Punch newspaper where if they say the Punch they talk about how experts them they talk say if Nigeria no increase VAT, say the 7.5% VAT could they you know could they enough for Nigeria again. So he tweeted and said, let me just tell you people ahead of time that the gig is about the Oyibo puppet master in Washington, D.C. last month told his puppet in Aso Rock to raise Nigeria's value added tax from 7.5% to 10%. That's because there's been an agitation or perhaps an advice from IMF World Bank say there is need for us to increase our tariff, our VAT, basically, because the VAT of neighboring countries like Ghana and all that, they more than our own. So while we still they use 7.5% VAT, at least we could increase them to 10%. So not that now we can make a write up. But what he also did say is that because recently there were some social media users who traveled to Ghana and they compare prices of things for Ghana versus Nigeria. So for inside that message, if we say David Hundeyin talk, he can't even alert say most say in fact say okay, let me even read this tweet totally verbatim. Apologies that I couldn't screenshot it to send to you. He said, let me tell you people ahead of time what the gig is about. The Igbo puppets master in Washington, D.C. last month told his puppets in Aso Rock to raise Nigeria's value added tax from 7.5% to 10%. Now, Ghana's VAT is 15%. So the puppet is sending influencers to make false comparisons from Ghanaian prices without comparing income, where Ghana's per capita income is nearly 3 times that of Nigeria, to prepare your mind for a tax hike. So that's what you talk. So I'm not gonna prepare on our mind so that in case Nigerians are not to compare these Ghana prices and all that, people are gonna say, oh, it's true, okay. So when they come finally increase them, the influencers go come follow tweets, say, but Ghana pays more tax than us now, so that's why. You know, said he even mentioned some of them. He said that's why Ruth and her fellow abominable he used a lot of bad words there. That's what they're doing in Ghana. It's an IMF gig, but they're too stupid to know how badly they have undercharged. Now, if you look at some things that work well for Ghana, their healthcare system, obviously they're better than ours. their maternal mortality rates no they as bad as our own. In terms of per capita income, in terms of we see they call them energy where you get to, you spending power, I be earning power, spending power, then get more spending power past Nigerians. Some people go fit talk say jobs they more available for Nigeria past for Ghana, but the standard of living they better. In fact, even electricity for Ghana then get past us. So how do you go to Ghana and begin to compare things that the government are already, making available for their people, and they use and compare to us and for that? And now one of the worries of major Nigerians for this tax issue, I say if they eventually pay the taxes, where the money go enter? Because they fear say politicians go in turn loot the tax money then. That's not the problem. And that takes me straight to the report by the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics that Nigeria economy under President Bola Tinubu don't shrink. It don't shrink well. In fact, bleeding the nation to a revenue or to GDP of 2.6%, among the lowest globally. Now we don't did about the lowest. A rebased GDP reported by the National Bureau of Statistics that them talk for August to the National Bureau of Statistics talk. So you could just wonder why it be say a whole National Bureau of Statistics now they report things they get to do with the administration or the government's policies when are they supposed to heal those policies. All right, enough of this. Let's get straight into insecurity issues, because a lot of things that we will get to talk about concerning insecurity, and you know how passionate I feel about discussing insecurity issues, especially as it gets to do with the lives so we get. In fact, before I even go to the deserted community, we hear say gunmen don't kidnap a man from Zawachiki quarters for inside Kumbutso local government area of Kano State. In fact, they go to a house around 11 a.m. at the end on Sunday. From there, kidnap him. I don't know. Like, you could just wonder the kind of liver we be say the people then when they do this thing get. There are villagers around, people there around. Then gunmen could just enter a village, enter a house, go kidnap the person, come out for broad daylight. Things we've been seeing an abomination before. That's what we see happening right now in Nigeria. And you'll be wondering what is going on in this country. And we also hear that Imo State is not so void of some of such attacks as it basic for Imo State. In fact, as I talk to you, said people don't even query for Imo State. They made the ask Ozodema for Imo State, make it do something, because the level at which kidnappings, killings don't they go on for inside Imo State unabated, say it don't do too much. Now the Human Rights Association of Nigeria, and then we even follow the call now. They call for urgent government action following escalating violence for inside Amakohia Obi community for Wiri local government area of Imo State. Then see the activities of some herdsmen and other people there. Now they write them not be me write them say it they cause a lot of wahala for that area, and then say may the governor come do something about them. And as we speak to you right now, something happened this evening, for I think this more afternoon now I see this report. Now it wasn't just in Plateau State, where it be say, according to the eyewitness, a particular person will be saying a farmer going farm, he see herdsmen carry in crops, put malu for a farm, they scatter in farm. He tell them say, I beg help me comot this herdsmen for inside, help me come out to make one a shift on our loan now for my farm. Then one thing led to the other, they stabbed him, they used a knife to hit his head. In fact, if they bleed badly, they don't know whether he could die or he no could die. Now, instead of army to come correct the matter, in fact, I'm not gonna hear from the people mouth, eyewitness, go. This one happened today for Plateau State. And most of these stories really happen in the day underreported. People need to talk about them. I am not sure you're going to see this particular report in mainstream media, but I had someone sending this to me. So kindly just watch.
What is up for G? What is up for
Fulani people? When the guy there inside his farm, immediately Fulani people just come. They make him inside the farm and they put their cow inside the farm. You talk to them in polite way. Please, more on a pursue in a cow inside the farm. The Fulani guy refused. If you talk to them, pursue them now. Now not see what cow they do inside my farm. Pursue them, let them come out inside the farm. They refuse. Before the guy understand, they come up for us, knock out for his head. Now we don't carry the guy go hospital now. He's not even talking, blood the rush, everything the rush. You understand? When I say okay, as far as they don't knock him for last for his head, now we don't know whether the boy will survive or will still alive now. He's stay in hospital now. Okay, let them call the Fulani people. The elders, let them come and see what their children do. You understand? If something happen like this, we need to get elders. You understand? My age and your own cannot be the same thing. You understand? Before the elders come, they start rushing one guy here again. What is happening again? Now, when we get here now to settle the matter, we see soldiers come, they shoot gun. How we go do now?
Here they see soldiers come, they shoot gun. Now, there's been lots of complaints, in fact, things around Fulani Herdsmen were even trending earlier today because lots of complaints don't they about their activities recently for inside the country. You will see different tweets where basically people put out. You can see this person tweet. In fact, this is Takbadamosi. You know, I'm now a former governorship candidate for inside Lagos State. 9 tweets that one like that. When Ibi say they also complain about the same series of issues, them and attacks them where Ibi say they happen for inside the country. So you see within he tweets there, he put on there say, where are the Yorubas or Yorubaro news as Yorubas in Kwara, Ekiti, Kogi, Ondo, Oshun, Oyo, Ogun, and even Lagos State are being attacked, raped, maimed, killed, farms burned, and kidnapped on the highway by Fulani Muslim jihadist terrorists. You can see how houses are getting their arms, taking their fitness seriously, and preparing to defend themselves. There's a video under there which show, I know go fish because of policies, which show when EB says some house people they train their children how to handle gun and shoot. Now I say instead of our leaders to provide these tools for the people, young and old, to defend themselves, they prefer to give them money for Colos, Arizona, and Colorado so that they can hail them and give them unmerited praises. You can see that. And then some other people that don't they tweet. In fact, make I show you some tweets of some other people there because people don't they tweet, they vex. I'm coming up, we will get to, I'll show you that footage of an entire community where they desolate as they talk to you right now in Kwara State because of the activities of herdsmen. Now here is I suppose how is a Muslim complaining. He says, I hope that's him. Yeah, that's him. They complain about the activities of Fulani militia. It says the federal government must take action against these Fulani herdsmen because if this continues, wallahi, it will lead to a civil war. There is no way I'll invest everything I have to my farm or in my farm only for these people to come and destroy everything. The nonsense must stop. Now, that video when being posted under I just didn't want to because it may just evoke a lot of emotions. Now, a video of where Ibi say they see some militia men them carry knife, they clear a maize farm. That's a maize farm. Now, confirm that they declare the farm they pass. They declare the farm they pass. They declare the farm they pass. Just declare them they pass. In fact, there are lots of complaints today where BC people they make concerning the matter. He also tweeted again. He said they go around destroying the hair, so you don't see them now. Some of us want us to defend just because they are Fulanis. The truth is that so you see the things that make you know be saying I make you read them out, make you see the complaints and we be say they make. Other people also had other instances where be say they also give example the complaint. Now let's go straight to a Kwara State community where Ibisa as I talk to you right now. Kwara State more like people say a Yoruba community where everybody don't run because of the fear of Fulani militia or bandits attacks. Now, the once bustling community now lies deserted with homes, shops, and streets abandoned. As I talk to you, an entire village, nobody day, everywhere, people know day. Ha, Omo. If you see this, it's really, really mind-boggling. And then you wonder, where are security agencies then they when this thing happen? Again, where they where all these things that they happen? In fact, there are also videos of where you see, of course, normally I just couldn't put up those videos where the Malu they go enter inside people's farms, they destroy crops. Oh yeah, make you first of all go watch some of those other ones we beside tell you about.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Ndanaku, a community under Patigi local government, Kwara State, Nigeria. Hello, good afternoon. This is This is Ndanaku, a community under Patigi local government, Kwara State, Nigeria. We are the members of this community, and as you can see, nobody in this community, everybody has fled for his or her life, for the safety of their lives. Everybody has left the community. As you can see, the status at which the community is now is devastating, because nobody in this community, as you can see, this community has the capacity of about over 1,000 people, and as you can see, you cannot find a single person in this community. Everybody has left because bandits and kidnappers are coming in day after day to terrorize us and kidnap people. As you can see, currently, 3 of our members are in their custody. They are demanding for hundreds of millions for them to free those that are in their custody. As you can see, this is our church. This church has capacity of more than 1,000 people, and as you can see, no single person in this church today. Today is Sunday, and no single person in the community that will go into the church and pray, because everybody has left. As you can see, this community is devastating day after day. About 10 days ago, they have been running for their lives. Some people do come in the daylight. They will come and take care of their farm product. But now, you cannot even go to farm. You could not go to farm because they will come into your farm and kidnap you. And they will be demanding for a ransom of hundreds of millions. Please, we are pleading to the government of Kwara State and the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the chairman of Patigi local government that they should come to our aid and rescue us from the hands of these people. Because as you can see, many of our farm products are there. They are done for harvest and we could not harvest them. Because when you go to farm, they will come for you and they will kidnap you. If you refuse to follow them, they will shoot you and eliminate your life. See, and what they are demanding for is what we cannot afford. Millions of, hundreds of millions of nairas is what they are demanding for, and we cannot afford for it. How do they want us to survive? And we have been pleading to the Kwara State government, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and even the local government that they should come to our aid. They should send down security personnel that they will come and secure the village. And they do not listen. They don't act into our request. We don't know what we have done to them. They refuse to come to our aid. Please and please, we are pleading to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Kwara State government, and the chairman of Patigi local government that they should come to our aid and rescue us from the hands of these people. As you can see, the whole community is empty. No single person in this community. Even I that is speaking presently, I just sneak in this afternoon to come and see the status of the community. And to be honest with you, nobody in this community, I'm telling you, no single person in the community. The whole community is empty. All the houses are there, but no single person in the houses. We don't know what we have done to the government. And they refuse to come to our aid. These people are terrorizing us day by day. More than 15 days now, these people have been terrorizing us. About a month ago, they come and eliminate some people in the community. We do not care. We take it at that maybe it is over. But now what they are doing to us is worse than what they have been doing before. Day after day, they do come in. They will eliminate. They will kill. And even some of your valuables, they will carry them away. We don't know what we can do anymore. If you have a new bike in this community now, you are in danger, because they will be hunting after you day after day. They will be monitoring your movement. Once they know they see you where they could not, where nobody is around, they will attack you and collect your bike. And those people, they are in the bush. They are in the bush coming with sophisticated weapons. They have sophisticated weapons that we do not have. How can we confront them? We can't confront them. And even present as I'm speaking with you, I'm in the compound of the village head. As you can see, no single person, even the village head, is not in the community, because everybody fled for their life. Everybody is no more in this community. Please, I'm pleading to the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Kwara State government and the chairman of Patigi local government that they should come and rescue us from the hand of these people. These people, they are busting day after day. And even though if you try to comfort them, they will send a message to you that since you said that you are powerful, you can comfort them. They are coming back for you. What could we do again? It's for you to run for your life, for your safety. We don't know what we have done to the government. Maybe they don't care about.
All right, so just so you don't hear it from me, that's not exactly, of course, you know, so that the person away from the village, and I make that video, post them. You see, only some animals they roam around for inside the village. No one single. There are things that you see in Nigeria, and it would almost make you teary. And now ask me why major newspapers, major television and radio stations never carry this particular report, or never even go to this community, go make their research on these reports. That the question will be say, go ask yourself, why it be say mainstream media platforms never bother to go this community to go substantiate this claim, whether not true or not false, or perhaps get their own side of the reports. People no longer have homes to go to. People cannot go to their farms. People cannot eat. And waiting day very important for most of our politicians now. 2027, not be human beings with their life now will go rule at the end of the day. I being a dead body who won't rule over. Not be human beings. Now 2027, maybe that's why Michael Zakoma said what he said here, because in an interview, I think, in fact, let me even show you some footages, very, 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 very annoying footages where you say, go see when these people, I don't speak Hausa. If anybody speaks Hausa, please kindly interpret. So there was a footage that somebody also posted, you know, in fact, different of it, so many of those footages, they everywhere. They everywhere now. Where you say, you go see, say them post them. When you be say, the Herdsmen, they go, they make mouth say, then go, they go.
Celebrity gona Hausa muna ta cin ubanta wallahi ya mun sa Hausa kuka ku duba ku ga gudu suke ku je ku cinye gona Hausa dun uban su shegu yayin iska.
I don't understand how Hausa Fulani.
Celebrity gona Hausa muna ta cin ubanta wallahi. Celebrity gona Hausa muna ta cin ubanta wallahi ya mun sa Hausa kuka ku duba ku ga gudu suke ku je ku cinye gona Hausa dun uban su shegu yayin iska.
So that's it. Now, these are the kind of things that we be say they evoke the, you know, emotions of a lot of people. People go begin to say, where exactly government they? What exactly will be the function of government? No vex. If it be say government never see these things and will they happen? Waiting be the real function of government. If they never see all these things, will be say they happen. Waiting be their real work. Waiting be their real duty. Waiting it be say they do. If they never see these things, and will they happen? To this level where it be say they happen. Well, and I want to make Michael Zakoma talk, senior advocate of Nigeria. He talks in Nigeria. I say, if you look at the way Nigeria, they show say Nigeria don't crumble. Everything we concern Nigeria, it show the symptoms of a failed state. And he talk more things, but we will listen to some of the things and when he talk.
Let's see them in 1976 in Nigeria. It became a third tier of government. The federal government, state government, and local governments.
But there are those who argue,
and there
are those who argue that it's not a thought.
No, it is.
That as a federating unit, the state, how the federating unit stand in the 1999 Constitution, the federating unit stands as its own, and the affairs of the federating unit should not be interfered by the central government, as though he can be able to determine. And these are some of the arguments made by the Bola Tinubu administration in Lagos, that the states should be allowed, and Osun State also pushed that debate in court when they follow the Lagos debate on how the federating unit should be able to determine its own destiny.
Let me say this. The federating units in Nigeria are federal government, the states, and the local governments. And you can find them. Nigeria is a federation made up of 36 states and 774 local government areas. And even Section 162 of the Constitution, which establishes the state joint local government account, realizes that there are 3 tiers that you have to share money to. That was why at the 2014 National Conference, we argued, the 492 delegates, that we should make Nigeria a 2-tier government, federal and state. But as of today, I want anyone to challenge me on this. Nigeria is a 3-tier federation, not 2. And coming to this issue I discussed before, let me emphasize this point, that the position of the Attorney General is so crucial to our well-being. Under Section 150 of the Constitution, is appointed as the chief lawmaker, law officer of the federation, who can sue and be sued on behalf of the federal government. In some countries, The Attorney General is not only the guardian of the public interest, he can even take up cases on behalf of the people. Now, ministers, on the other hand, you will find under sections 147, 148, 149, 150 of the Constitution. They are highly political. They are appointed by the president, and they are to be given functions like the vice president. That's why the people say the vice president is actually a spare tire, because it's left for the president to give him functions like a minister or not. But the Attorney General, again, specifically was created as an office. And under Section 174 of the Constitution, it can institute criminal proceedings, discontinue, and continue. Meaning that he occupies a certain sensitive position.
Very sensitive.
So I am saying here again now that in their constitutional amendment, which I do not believe in, because we continue to amend 1 million amendments times 1 million amendments plus 1 million amendments, cannot kill the Constitution of its original sin of being a military imposition, not subjected to referendum of the people. I will never tire saying it. But whatever they are doing, the first thing they will do, if that is the way they still want to go for now, is to separate the office of the Attorney General of the Federation from that of the Minister of Justice.
All right.
The Minister of Justice could be an ordinary minister. He can meet with other ministers at political parties and they laugh and sloganeer. Right. But the Attorney General should be highly professional.
All right. So just before I continue playing that video, now the part where you talk say if where you describe our constitution as something where be say no be the will of the people. Now waiting it be say politicians just put in fact the military puts together
politics from
for us.
It's a very great situation, and I like the Chidoka Forum, their
So
intervention.
let's quickly take a listen to him where he talked about the state of the nation, Nigeria, where he can't talk that thing about
politics from all of us.
It's a very great situation, and I like the Chidoka Forum, their intervention. We are in a very strong, a very dirty situation. I don't want to use words that are not good for the public. We are not. Nigeria is literally crumbling. We must be very careful to hold this country together. When you see signs like this, they are signs of a failed or a failing nation. One of the symptoms of a failed nation is when non-state actors possess equal or more potent power than the sovereign government that is voted into power by the people. And when you go to some places like Niger State, Northeast, like Borno, you see some of these non-state actors occupying large swaths of land, collecting taxes from the indigenes, issuing identity cards, planting their flags. Those are some of the symptoms of a failed nation. And I'm saying Nigerians need to sit down to have a constitutional conference where all these things will be discussed, because these are symptoms.
Yeah, we're totally out of time. Yeah. But there was something that I also wanted to, there is a part of the Osun matter, which is that position of the appeal court.
Yeah, the appeal court, on the 13th of June this year, the APC had gone back to the Court of Appeal based on their appeal that was dismissed on the 13th of January this year.
Go because not be part of which APC would look at. But you hear what's in talk say part of the characteristics of a failed state. Now when it say non-state actors them, they take laws into their hands generally. They collect taxes from people, they give like waiting they happen. We had reported here several times how ABC communities for inside Zamfara state talk say they don't pay. I think they pay 28 million to go to farm the communities, paid another 28 to harvest their crop. Yet these people no grade them harvest their crop. Again, and I say, where EBC are officials in the day where they don't know of all these things really happen? How possible is it that we do not know? How hard is fighting corruption? And so I say fighting corruption, fighting these criminals. How difficult today will EBC are military, no fits, they helpless. Because some of these people for inside these communities, we don't desert their community come out like this. So now, if EBC are the only home where they get, they may perhaps just go to IDP camps. They may not have anywhere to go to again. Their farms, you hear what's in that boy talk, or the person who do the video talk, say farms where don't reach to harvest, they no fee even harvest them because of fear of coming back. Not be when you they are alive, now you go enter bush, go harvest crops. There are so many people. You know, say we get more people where they live for rural areas than even urban areas for Nigeria. There are people that most of them have not even come to cities before all their lives. There are people like that. They just stay for rural areas all their lives. So how about that? How those people then go use fit survive? Plenty of questions will be say what they ask. How this fight against insecurity they too much? When I see the abracadabra, the Rambo drama will happen on Saturday with the Martins or say very dark man where it be say they travel. People where they go that road now, how they go use travel? Perhaps he was able to deter those people because he had a car with siren. How many people go fit follow escorts or carry escort? Well, phone lines are open, Jerry. Kindly call in and drop your thoughts and reactions to the conversations that we have. So you can follow the link on the pin post to join the conversation, or you call the WhatsApp number 0817 029 4077. 0817 029 4077 is a WhatsApp number to call to be part of the conversation, or you just follow the link, make you come join the conversation. So there's quite a lot to talk about the case of Nigeria, and it could just the wonder you say, how possibly they will be say things they happen like this. Today we hear say they don't release those amount of people. Tomorrow we hear say they don't start again, they don't carry them. What is going on? Now, we don't hear now for news say, Army, good news, Army don't rescue 27 abducted Benue Link passengers then. Good news. Tomorrow now, God forbid though, I know they pray make it happen. Oh, these passengers will come out and tell you say they actually paid ransom for their freedom. They can tell you that they actually paid ransom for their freedom. So what are we doing? What are we not doing right? Do we need external help? Can we ask or seek for external help like Jonathan did during his time? Will be help and fit match this fight. Let's even forget a bit of this fight about politics. One, who don't they rule, who no rule. Shebi na human beings with their life now you go rule. If everybody dies, who are we going to lead? The politicians they imagine I'm like that. Say if everybody die, who at the end of the day will they go lead? Did they think I'm like that? At BBC, they need to think I'm like that. There's a lot of questions to ask. And the reason I carry some of this reports is because I do know that it will be very difficult for mainstream media to carry the reports because of policies and regulations. So now, what's make sometimes when I see all those drama where they happen for inside politics, I go say, no, make I just carry these ones where they affect the direct lives of the people them, so that I could create awareness on the things them where they happen concerning people them and living in Nigeria. And I think it's time we called our governments, we held them accountable really. I think it's time we held them accountable. Made them at least try. All the money they want to put inside security. How come it's not working? At the end of the day, you hear so amount of people died there, so amount of people died. Now human beings, now they pass on like that. What can we do about this? Well, I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who's been part of the show. I'd like to end early today so that I can go take care of myself. Okay, so tomorrow, hopefully, Yunus Atanko would be joining us on the show. I just hope that he will not disappoint us. He has obliged to be part of the show tomorrow. And I know so all of them will get a lot of questions to ask and all that. Please come on with your questions. Anything will be so I won't ask them. It is very important. So yes, the leader of the obedient movement will be here on the show live tomorrow. We'll start by 6 p.m. on the dot once it comes. Yunus Atanko, please do what to join us tomorrow evening once it comes. And joining early, I'll send notifications to those people on my WhatsApp. I'll send messages to you to join on time so that you can be part of the conversation. Let's talk about Nigeria, and let's talk about ways we can achieve good governance in Nigeria, if it's even possible or it's just a mirage, not just something we be say we just imagine, or not something we be say go happen. So do well to be part of the show tomorrow. It promises, of course, to always be a great time having such conversation about our country. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who has been part of the show. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I must retire right now. See you tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. Don't forget, 6 p.m. on the dot. We'll not go waste time, 6 p.m. on the dot. Hopefully, I'm just hoping that he won't get so busy and perhaps forget or disappoint. So if I don't start by 6 p.m., he's the one keeping me. So I do hope that he can meet up. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I love you plentifully. Do protect your mental health because it's very important. Wahala need finish. So he who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. So we could keep our mental health intact to just fight another day because wahala need finish. I love you guys. Good night and God bless you. Thank you.